You wake up as a 10-year-old boy on Macragge. You think you're lucky, you're not. Within a week, surgeons will cut open your ribcage and install a second heart while you're awake. Within 10 years, you'll be 7 feet tall, bulletproof, and completely incapable of living a normal human life. You were chosen to become an Ultramarine Space Marine. This is not an honor, this is a life sentence. You don't remember volunteering. Most Ultramarine recruits are selected at age 10 from Ultramar's warrior families, or from exceptional orphans. Imperial recruiters watched you fight other children in training yards. You won. That was your mistake. Now, you're property of the chapter. Day 3. The apothecaries strap you to a surgical table. No anesthetic. Space Marines need to learn pain tolerance early. They install your secondary heart first. You feel every cut. The new heart starts beating inside your chest before they close the incision. You scream. The apothecary writes acceptable response on his chart. This is the easy surgery. You have 18 more organ implants coming. Between surgeries, they lock you in hypno-indoctrination chambers. A machine plays recordings directly into your brain while you sleep. Tactical doctrine, weapon maintenance, chapter history, the superiority of the Codex Astartes. After 3 months, you dream in battle formations. After 6 months, you can recite Guilliman's writings, but barely remember your mother's face. Month 6, they implant the os modula, the organ that makes your bones grow. It works too well. Your skeleton starts expanding faster than your skin. You hear your ribs cracking as they thicken. Your spine stretches. Your hands get so big you can't hold a normal cup. The pain is constant. The apothecaries call this acceptable development. You call it torture. They don't care what you call it. Age 12. You're 6 feet tall and weigh 200 pounds. You've survived 9 organ implants. They give you a scout uniform and a bolter, too heavy for a normal human to lift. You are now a neophyte. Your training is complete, which means your actual training is about to start, which means they're going to send you to a war zone. Your first mission is on a planet overrun by orcs. Your squad deploys behind enemy lines for reconnaissance. The mission brief says low-intensity conflict. This is a lie. You land in a fungal jungle where every shadow might be a greenskin waiting to cut you in half with a chain axe. Your sergeant says orcs are simple enemies. Then an orc warboss punches through a tree and roars. The tree was 2 feet thick. The orc punched through it like cardboard. The Codex Astartes has a tactical solution for every situation. Your sergeant quotes it constantly. Page 412. Maintain fire discipline. An orc horde charges. Page 603, tactical withdrawal when outnumbered. You're outnumbered 50 to 1. Page 918, adapt to battlefield conditions. This means run while shooting. You lose 2 squad members. The sergeant says this is acceptable casualty rate. You realize the Codex Astartes is just a very organized way of describing how people die. You survive 3 scout deployments. You're 16 years old. You look 30. They implant the black carapace, the final organ. It's a neural interface that grows under your skin like a second skeleton. Ports open across your torso and spine. These ports will connect directly to power armor. The apothecaries say you'll barely feel it. They're lying again. The carapace takes 6 months to integrate. Every nerve in your body burns. When it's done, you can't feel normal clothing anymore. Only ceramite armor feels right. You are no longer compatible with being human. Age 17. They seal you inside Mark X power armor for the first time. The armor weighs 1 ton. You don't feel the weight. The black carapace makes the armor part of your nervous system. You think move arm, and the armor moves. You punch a training dummy. The dummy explodes. You are now a full battle brother of the Ultramarine 2nd Company. You are 7 feet tall in armor. You can run 40 miles per hour. You can survive in a vacuum. You are the Emperor's finest weapon. You are also completely trapped. You will never take this armor off for more than a few hours at a time for the rest of your life. The Ultramarines follow the Codex Astartes exactly. Your company has 100 battle brothers divided into 10 squads. Your squad has 1 sergeant who has fought for 80 years. You are the new guy. Everyone calls you the puppy. This nickname will last approximately 1 combat deployment or until you do something impressively violent. Every battle brother is competitive. Every battle brother wants to prove they follow the Codex better than you. Every battle brother is watching for your first mistake. Your first mission as a full battle brother is against a Tyranid splinter fleet. Tyranids are a xenospecies that exists only to consume all biological matter in the galaxy. They attack in swarms of millions. Your company deploys to defend an agri-world. Population 6 million. Imperial strategists have calculated that the planet is worth defending. Barely. Your job is to hold a defensive line while civilians evacuate. The Tyranid swarm arrives. You realize 6 million is not the number of civilians. It's the number of Tyranids in the first wave. You fight for 72 hours without stopping. Your armor recycles your waste. Your armor injects combat stimulants. Your armor doesn't let you sleep. You kill Tyranids until your bolter overheats. You switch to your combat knife. You kill Tyranids until the knife breaks. You kill Tyranids with your armored fists. A Carnifex, a biotank the size of a building, charges your position. Your sergeant says Codex-approved response. Melt a bomb at weak point. You run at the Carnifex. You plant the bomb. You barely escape the explosion. The sergeant marks you as competent. This is the highest compliment an Ultramarine gives. You hold the line. The civilians evacuate. The planet is saved. You return to the strike cruiser. Your company took 15% casualties. The chapter considers this acceptable. You visit the Apothecarian. 3 battle brothers are being converted into Dreadnoughts because their bodies were destroyed, but their brains survived. 1 battle brother is being mind-wiped and demoted because he broke under stress. The apothecary tells you this is normal. You realize acceptable casualties means your friends die regularly, and nobody mourns because mourning isn't in the Codex. You are now 100 years old. You have served in 40 major campaigns. You have personally killed approximately 8,000 enemies of the Imperium. You remember every kill. The hypno-indoctrination gave you perfect tactical memory. This is not a benefit. You remember every battle brother who died beside you. You remember every civilian you couldn't save. You remember every order that made no sense, but you followed anyway, because the Codex demanded it. You do not dream anymore. You think in tactical patterns. Then something impossible happens. Roboute Guilliman, your Primarch, dead for 10,000 years, returns. The Imperium is shocked. The Ultramarines are terrified. You have spent a century worshipping the Codex Astartes as perfect doctrine. Now the man who wrote it is standing in front of you saying half of it is outdated, and the Imperium has been interpreting it wrong. He looks at your company. He says you're too rigid. You have been optimized to follow doctrine, not to think. This is the first time in your century of service that you realize you might have been doing this wrong. Guilliman launches the Indomitus Crusade to save the Imperium from collapse. You are assigned to the Crusade fleet. You will fight for 200 years without returning to Macragge. The Imperium is larger than you were taught. The threats are worse than the chapter admits. You fight Chaos warbands that were once loyal Space Marines. You fight Necrons who phase out of existence when you kill them. You fight Orcs who grow stronger the more you fight them. You fight Tyranids who adapt to your tactics between battles. You realize the Imperium is not winning. The Imperium is barely holding the line. You are not the Emperor's finest. You are the Emperor's only option. You are 200 years old. You qualify for veteran status. You wear golden helmet trim now. Younger battle brothers call you honored brother. You train neophytes who look at you like you're a legend. You don't feel like a legend. You feel tired. Space Marines are not supposed to feel tired. The hypno-indoctrination is supposed to prevent that, but you do. You've killed for 2 centuries. You've watched brothers die for 2 centuries. And the Imperium is still collapsing, and the wars never end. And nobody will say it, but you all think it. You wonder if the Emperor's plan was worth it. Then you think that thought, and you realize that thought is heresy, and you cannot unthink it. You are an Ultramarine Space Marine. You are the Imperium's greatest warrior. You are immortal, unbreakable, and utterly loyal. You are also a 10-year-old child who made the mistake of winning a fight. You will never retire. You will never leave. You will fight until you die. And when you die, they will put your brain in a Dreadnought and make you fight for another 1,000 years. You were born an Ultramarine. You will never be anything else. Welcome to the 41st millennium. There is only war.